My client Cejay went on 4 dates in just 1 week. Here is his before and after. Cejay is a 26-year-old software engineer in the Bay Area, and due to an extremely low level of social confidence growing up, he had never put himself out there, never ever dated before this program. Yet, when he decided he wanted to start dating, he wanted to do it correctly from the get-go, which is why he joined the program, and within just a few weeks he literally leapfrogged to the top of the dating market, basically beating out 99% of men. And in this video we break down exactly what he did differently than all the other guys so as to achieve these results so quickly.
All right, so I'm here with my client Cejay. So welcome Cejay, thanks for being here. Cejay went on a date last week, which was the first in his life, and also has 3 dates scheduled this week. So I wanted to get him on here to talk about his transformation, which I think is quite amazing, quite awesome. And also, how he got so far. So first of all, thanks for being here, man.
Yeah, thanks, Alex.
Let's go back to the beginning, like when you first joined, or even before that, how was your dating life at that point?
So before starting this course, I never really gave much thought toward dating. My entire mentality was just, let me get a better job, let me get a better body through the gym, and then let me just work on myself before starting the date. And I kind of view dating as something that would take away from these other goals that I had.
Got it. And how do you view it now?
I think the main shift in perspective that I have had is by going on these dates, you definitely increase, your sense of confidence. And I think that helps in other ways than just dating itself. It helps in the workplace. It helps when just interacting with new people. And it's made me a lot more expressive and, willing to take risks when it comes to meeting new people.
I've seen a huge transformation in the way you carry yourself, and like even on screen I can tell that you're more confident, you're less like reserved, less held back. Like up to this point in your life you hadn't dated much, right? Did you ever have a girlfriend?
No, I hadn't dated at all up to this point.
Got it. So then through working with me, what were some of the most significant challenges that I helped you overcome?
So one of the main challenges that I can remember is for part of the program, I would have to go out and get pictures for the dating profile, and some of these pictures I would have to ask other people to take for me. It's a little bit harder for me because I also just moved to a new city, so I didn't have friends that I could readily ask to help me with this. So a lot of the times I would have to go to, a spot where, I wanted to showcase one of my hobbies, but I'd have to ask a completely, a complete stranger to, help me with some photos. That's something that I never would have asked for myself prior to taking this course. And so I think you helped me to get out of my comfort zone, to just talk to people and be okay if they say, if they say no. I can always ask another person, and it doesn't really matter at the end of the day.
Yeah, I love that. I remember that moment, and I pushed you to do it, and I knew you were uncomfortable with it. But with all of this stuff, just like you said at the beginning, like dating is not just about dating. Obviously it is, but it's the confidence, it's the inner transformation, it's how you feel about yourself, which I really try to hammer that in with my clients too, that it's not just the steps, it's not just the techniques or whatever, it's it's the whole inner identity, confidence, and etc. So so through this process, up to this point, what have been your biggest results from being in the program?
Right. So I was actually quite amazed at how fast I was getting the results. I set up the dating profile through Hinge 2 weekends ago, so on Saturday. And since then, I haven't. I guess the first week I swiped on a number of profiles, maybe about 15 to 20 a day for the first couple of days. But after that, I didn't have to swipe very much, and I was still getting 2 to 3 incoming likes a day. And so, fast forward 2 weeks later, and right now I'm at 28 matches so far with 12 incoming likes. So it's really, I guess I feel like there are a lot of options. There's a lot of attractive and successful women here in the Bay Area that I can potentially go on dates with now.
Yeah, that's freaking amazing. And the way I kind of put it is like, when it rains, it pours. Like, if you have a good profile, you're going to get all the attention. If you have a bad profile, you're going to get none, which most guys have a bad profile. So if you have it good, if you have it set up correctly, there's no competition, or at least there's way more than enough for you that it doesn't matter. In terms of dates, how many dates do you have set up right now?
So I went on a date yesterday, as well as last Friday, like you mentioned, was my first date. I have another one today. I have another one today, and then one more on Sunday.
See, I'm mind blown. I'm like, you haven't been on a date in your whole life, and now it's like, what, 4 in a week or something?
Right.
Like, what is this? Like, I mean, how do you feel about that?
Yeah, like I said, I really didn't know what to expect going into the first date, but I think after the first time, I felt a lot more comfortable with it. At the end of the day, the first date, I kind of view it as an opportunity to get to know someone a little bit better and, just have fun, as well as practice this whole experience.
Yeah, I mean, you're a super quick learner. I've really enjoyed working with you. You implement things fast, you absorb things fast, and right, you're doing all the things that I've told you to do, which is why you're having the success now so much faster than, like, I mean, for me, obviously I figured all this stuff out myself, so it took me years, but you, in a couple of weeks, you're, going on dates like crazy. I mean, do you feel like you would have been able to get to this point if you were on your own?
Oh, of course not. Yeah. So that's another thing that I was considering when I signed up for the course. Um, I just figured, okay, it wouldn't be too difficult for someone who, has this type of motivation to go on dates to do the research himself and, look things up online. I think anyone with this goal in mind would do something similar. But I think the specific strategies that you outlined, as well as the constant feedback, is what really helps, to craft the perfect profile, as well as to craft, the perfect responses to the girls in uh, in the app, as well as how to act and have a successful date.
Yeah, absolutely. That's what I pride myself on, is being able to give people specific feedback that works for them, is customized, and is a process that always works, and it's not this guesswork. Cool. So any last thoughts, wrap up thoughts? What would you say to somebody who's thinking about joining my program?
Yeah, so I would recommend to anyone who's thinking about joining to really consider what they're looking for in their life right now, and consider how much the course can help them, not only in the aspect of dating, but also in terms of their personal style. That's one thing that I didn't mention already, that, you helped me a lot with improving the clothes that I wear, my hair, my presentation, and just the way that I think I appear more confident to people at work and, existing friends. So I think this course, at the end of the day, you'll get what you put into it. But, ideally, people should have the mindset to want to improve in these areas. I think if they go in with that ready mindset and have the willingness to implement the strategies that you've outlined, they're going to experience, tremendous success and, be really pleased with the results.
Absolutely. Love that, Cejay. Yeah, with that, we'll wrap it up. Appreciate you being here, man.
Of course. Yeah. And thanks again, Alex.